and random. This is Laereth again, and here is the third video of me reading Homestuck because I have nothing else to do. So, when we last left, John had combined the hat and nose and glasses to make a clever disguise, and when I click on this, it brings us to clever disguise. So, next. John, wear a disguise to fool Dad. John? Who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be. Yeah, this is a really shitty disguise. While you are wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck, thus freeing up the cards beneath it. John, leave room. You exit into the hallway. On one wall hangs a picture of a fella who sure knows how to have a laugh. A man after your own heart. You always thought he looked a lot like Michael Cera. But your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall is one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins, as he is quick to correct anyone who would venture such brazen assumption. John, go downstairs. That really is a lot of clowns. I'm not sure if I'd be comfortable living in that house. The accursed odor of fresh baking wafts into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen. It must be the connivings of your arch-nemesis, Betty Crocker, and the rich, buttery aroma of her plot stinks to high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. Click on Betty Crocker. Oh, look, it goes to Betty Crocker. Is that thing about... Somebody edited Wikipedia to make the Betty Crocker thing have a lot more, have Homestuck references. Obviously, somebody noticed and made it go away. So, let's go back. Admire harlequins. You check out the shelves of fanciful harlequins. Look at this fucking garbage. You hate this stuff. Funny is funny, but your dad sure can be a real cornball. Sometimes at night you pray for burglars. Honey, nobody's gonna want to take those. I'm sorry. Burglars don't come for harlequins. Examine fireplace. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace. It doesn't matter that it's April. Excuse me. And not terribly chilly outside. In a home, a fireplace needs a fire because that's what a fireplace is for. Yeah, with its wonderfully imaginative name of fireplace. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it. Categorically, at all times without exception. It's as domestic myth of unaccountable origin holds. A home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it, much as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon's an errant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun. Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that. No, I'm pretty sure he didn't. Toss game, bro, into the fire. Good choice. It doesn't burn as quickly as you hoped. Each Game Bro magazine is guaranteed to be printed on 40% recycled asbestos. For big ups to Mother Earth, yo. Fondly regard cremation. You examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes. When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you could tell... Oh, I just can't stop yawning. You can tell it brings back painful memories. A tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's. He never wants to talk about it. Oh, that's sad. I understand why, though. Topple urn. Oh, I forgot about that. Topple urn. You horrible, John. You clumsily mishandle the sacred urn. Ashes everywhere. In retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty. You'd probably better clean it up before Dad finds it. Yeah. Combine father's pipe with clever disguise. You think now would be a good time to beef up your clever disguise. John, honey, you're not fooling anyone. Examine oversized gift. Champ, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. I believe in you. Contemplating what could be inside this package is sort of exciting, but it makes you a little nervous at the same time. You should be. Open large present. Oh, hell no. My thoughts exactly. Who wants that? Nobody wants that. I showed this to my niece, my 4-year-old niece, and she asked me if that was a Barbie, and I said, no, it's not a Barbie, it's a giant clown doll. And she goes, why would anybody want a giant clown doll when they could have a Barbie? See, these are the questions these are good questions. Why would anybody want a giant clown doll when they could have a Barbie? Capture log ashes. I'm sorry, I digress a lot. First, you prop the Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the floor sprawled out all akimbo like that struck you as unseemly. You capture log the ashes to your available card. Combine ashes with urn. You merge the sacred urn with the ashes. Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess. Really, it probably would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. But that would be using sense, now wouldn't it? Put urn back. No one will be the wiser, except maybe for people with eyes. Yeah, that's about right. Go get fake arms again. You just got another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms. You pry them out of the cake and capture log them. Looks like Pester Chum is acting up again. Examine third and fourth walls of room. Oh, we're actually supposed to examine. There's his closet. There's some more posters, a window, chest, bed. His chest is bigger than his bed. I don't think I'd enjoy that. I like a big bed so I can sprawl out. I don't think I want. No. Chests should not be bigger than your beds. Check Pester Chum. Another one of your chums is messaging you. Tentacle therapist. Oh, yay, somebody I can actually voice somewhat accurately. Check message. I understand you have recently come into the possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable periodicals such as Game Bro magazine. That's an ugly rumor. Whoever told you that is a filthy liar, and you should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever. I can't control myself. I must have a weakness for insufferable pricks. I love you. Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB. John. What? You're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you? You're typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous. No, why would you think that? That's so stupid. Okay, why don't you go get the game from your father? Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, or BTW. JK, I was wearing a funny disguise this whole time. Gotcha! I know, John. Oh, she's so patient with him. You can now execute that brilliant idea you had. There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive. They even have a Harlequin lamp. That's kind of going overboard. Attach arms to doll. He. Oh, you put them on backwards. Right? Yeah. They look back. Well, whatever. I don't care. You don't care what Colonel Sassacre says. This makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. John, inspect burnt paper on the floor. Problerone. Put this back in the fire where it belongs. Good for you. Throw a present wrap in the fire. As long as you're cleaning up, capture log doll. You can carry hefty items, but that thing is just way too big. Get real. Besides, you don't even want it. Yeah, it's kind of like twice the size of you. Read Colonel Sassacre's text. I can do that. Maybe. Alright, let's see. It says, the creepy crawlies. Hell's bells, we are having a mighty sporting time of it. Hold fast, my intrepid fellow pranksmiths. We've merely nicked the mahogany of our japing chests. If I may direct the incisive ogle of your beaglepuss to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and phyla of creepy crawly. Land sakes alive, we are cooking with petrol now. In further exhibits we shall dwell on artifice useful to your exploits. Is your pappy's rod and reel handy? What about a bit of iron cord? It shouldn't prove elusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life and set the nerves of some old maid to the wreck of Hesperus. I don't even know what that is. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoons? A broad splintery fence, a bucket of whitewash perhaps? By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tawny gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the sarsaparilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. Oh my gosh. You thought about consulting the text to determine exactly how hilarious the doll is now. But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget it. Could. That's more difficult to read than I thought. John, find Dad and retrieve mail. The door on the left leads to the kitchen. I want doors like that. I want saloon doors in my house. I want those. Except it might not be very good at containing small children, from which the smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift an especially portly hobo off his feet. The door on the right leads to the study, where your dad spends a lot of time. He could be in either room. Where will you go? John, go in the study. It doesn't look like he's in here right now. That's creepy. Some of these are okay, but that's creepy. Examine Father's desk. On the desk is a deck of playing cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray captcha card. There is also a can of peanuts on the desk. Haha. Oh, Dad, you won't be falling for that one anytime soon. Oh, that means you fell for it. A severe peanut allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. Upgrade costume with hat from Hat Rack. You swap the magician's hat with the bowler hat. This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a lot more distinguished looking. Combine second pipe with clever disguise. Your dad maintains numerous pipes around the household. A father without a pipe is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to say, he is a rather piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me. You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is. How you suffer for your comedy. Examine captcha card. Yes, this will be perfect for expanding the space in your captcha card. Arrgh! Oh, and I don't think I have enough time for the next. So, next video coming soon. Bye, y'all.